keeping the U.S., safe.
Mandating it, I think it just causes more problems.
Mixed reaction tonight in Indiana as the president outlines a new plan to combat the coronavirus. Good evening to you. I'm Alexis Rogers.
And I'm Sierra Hignite. New federal vaccine requirements could affect as many as 100 million Americans. The mandate announced this afternoon by President Biden means all employers with more than 100 workers require them to be vaccinated or test weekly for the virus. The president also signing an executive order requiring vaccination for all employees of the executive branch and contractors who do business with the federal government. President Biden urging people to do their part tonight.
We remain at a critical moment, a critical time. We have the tools. Now we just have to finish the job with truth, with science, with confidence, and together as one nation.
7 million Americans are fully vaccinated against the coronavirus, but confirmed cases have shot in recent weeks to an average of about 140,000 per day, according to the CDC.
The president's strategy is getting praise from some and pushback from others. News 8's Demi Johnson joins us now to tell us a little bit more about how people are feeling. Demi, you spoke with people downtown.
Yeah, and President Biden's announcement was a hot topic. Some people say the mandate is a violation of rights, and others say during a public health crisis, nothing should be ruled out.
We can and we will turn the tide on COVID-19.
For that to happen, President Biden says more people must get vaccinated. His solution, mandates for companies with 100 or more employees or weekly COVID-19 testing. Back here in Indiana, there's mixed reaction on Monument Circle.
I don't agree with that decision. I don't think it's right.
I think people will just have to get over that and do what's best for the community.
Ashton Coxon says the pandemic has gone on too long.
I think it's important so we can just help the community so we don't have to go down to like a shutdown like last year if everyone's vaccinated.
But Chad Van Dozen believes no one should do something they're not comfortable with.
I believe everybody should make that decision on their own, and I really think that it'll just make matters worse in the long run. I think it will turn people away from their workplaces if that is mandated.
For Ken Mills, it's about finding common ground, something he says the president can't control.
I think we care for each other. We want to figure out a way out of this whole thing, but we're fighting the wrong battle. And somehow we got to come to terms with that whole thing. I don't think the president mandating is really going to make a difference.
And Melanie says if the president doesn't take action, no one will.
I think it's just the best way to prevent health issues. I think people need to take it more seriously, and I think people are not taking it seriously.
The president is also calling on sports and entertainment venues to help by requiring proof of vaccination or a negative test result to enter.
This is not about freedom or personal choice. It's about protecting yourself and those around you.
Here in Indiana, only 16.4% of ICU beds are available right now. That's the lowest number since the beginning of the state's pandemic records. 1/3 of all beds in Indiana hospitals are being used for COVID-19 patients. Live in studio, Demi Johnson, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.